Woo! Let me pull up chat. I made sure I was set to public this time, so should be good there. Yeah, I am. Mute that. Alright. Put that in the corner there. Whether you are watching this live or you are watching this in post, welcome to the stream. Hello, Cheese Doodle fan. Hello, Antoinette Kenny. Tonight, we are just doing animation. Hello, Smash Rocket. There will be no gaming tonight, just animation, because I got like twice as much as usual. Well, let's get started on that. This first stream, or this first time-lapse section, is actually from back in September. I don't recall why I recorded it, but I did, so I figured I'd show it off. As you can see, this is utilizing Blender. Very good. Hello, GL Lover 57, you made it. Congratulations. Hello, Owen Peters. So, during scene 6, announcer does this big old turn. He turns from that direction on screen there. It's facing to the left. He's gonna turn all the way to the right. Hello, Rainbow Animator. And it's gonna be done, and I did it in 3D. So, this dummy announcer that I made in Blender, I first animated it in Blender, and then afterwards, I rotoscope it and animate, so that way it actually looks nice. Because yeah, this is a very crappy looking 3D model of the announcer, but I don't know how to model, so that's why I animate crap in 3D and then rotoscope it in 2D. That's that way it looks nice. Aha. Yes, I used Maya in college. I did go to college for animation, but my focus was more in 2D. But of course, I did plenty of modeling and animation in 3D. Of course, I did not retain a whole lot of said knowledge, but I, you know, I held on to a little bit of it. I held on to enough to fumble around in Blender. Actually, I think I still have access to Maya with a student license. But I really don't I just stick to Blender. It's a little more user-friendly, and you can do pretty much everything you can do in Maya, you can do in Blender. Oh, his basement children are back. You remember that from a week ago? He's back. His children are roaming the earth. So, yeah. Need to get back into Blender. It is a lot of time to learn Blender. Did I vote on Teapot? Who did you vote for on each episode? I don't remember for each episode. I've mentioned in the last couple streams I voted to save Yellowface, and personally, and I don't know what the voting results are, official or unofficial, and we're not going to give out spoilers if we know, because first off, the unofficial results are keyword unofficial. But I voted to save Yellowface. I would not mind seeing Ice Cube and Gatey go, because Ice Cube does nothing on the show, and I don't know why she's still around, and I think that there's a bit of I think there's been a bit of gatekeeping with Gatey and her BFB team, and while Satomi is not showrunner anymore, I still think that the bias has been present enough that I would not mind seeing Gatey go so that others can have a chance to be on screen more often. Last stream, why are you deciding to remove Waluigi? I'm I'm making the remake more BFDI focused. There were certain aspects of the original run of BFSP which were very little off the wall. Dare I say YouTube poop or Mimi. So characters like Waluigi and Shoop-da-Whoop will not be present in the remake. I don't think I'm going to replace Shoop-da-Whoop with any sort of alternative character, but Waluigi will be replaced with a more Object Show BFDI-esque character. Probably still an original character, but it'll be someone that makes more sense than a Nintendo licensed David stick figure character. Used to use it commonly, then I took an indefinite break, forgot most of it. Yeah. The problem is, if I spend all my time trying to learn Blender, then I'm not gonna get any work done with BFSP or anything. That was BFSP Results 30. I have not worked on it in a good while, because I've been working on Remake 2 after Remake 2 was done, and it's got basically half a scene to go once I'm finished with my current scene. Once that is done, then we'll go back to Results 30. I will make a proper video. If people want to volunteer, they can, you know, that video will announce volunteer help, and if they want to help, then you know, they can contact me from there. Have you played or heard any of My Singing Monsters? I have not played it. I have heard of it. I think I'm a little too old for that game, personally. Glad to see you back in action. Hello, All H Gianna. I don't know how to pronounce that, but hello. We'll finish my Smash Bros. Battle first, then I will continue to watch the stream. Okay. If you want to learn Blender, go ahead. Ignore all the comments asking for BFSP comment. I mean, I do ignore it. Absolutely. Why is announcer in 3D? That's not from the final episode. I just needed a reference. It's gonna be, I'm about, as this part of the time lapse, I animate over it, so it's so he's in 2D in the actual episode. Someone made a BFDI Sparta remix. There are hundreds of those. There's a YouTube channel dedicated to making Sparta remixes. They are vast. Oh, a BFSP Sparta remix? That's interesting. I came across someone who... I've come across a couple people reanimating segments from, like, the animated specials in particular. Like, everyone likes the moment where Grassy gets hit with the cake from episode 17, and everyone likes the moment where Dictionary misgenders Taco, and Taco gives her, you know, gives her crap for it. It was a Pokemon reference. I did not know what transgenderism was back then, but it is inadvertently a pro-trans scene, so lucky me. Who was my favorite character in BFSP? I can't really give an opinion there. I was the host of the camp. If I'd make a team on BFSP, I'd probably call it the Super Satellites. It's a good name. Hello, Bryson Plays. Yeah, I'm animating the announcer while rotoscoping. So the 3D animation I did, I am now replicating with the 2D announcer. So it'll stylistically match the look of the show. Remember Freddy Freaker? I do remember. Because I made that Freddy Freaker kinetic typography, that was a school project. I was just known as the Freddy Freaker kid from, like, the rest of college after that. Who keeps spamming? It looks like you keep spamming. I think I'm gonna have to put you in timeout, little boy. we're gonna have to do that. Alright. That was... Oh, now someone else is doing it. Okay. Why are we doing this, guys? You're using alts? Okay, whoever's using alts to, Hey. That's not okay. Okay. Whoever's the kid who's, like, spamming in chat, please stop. That's not okay. Nobody thinks it's funny. You're kind of a little shit asshole. And, you're a loser. Remember when you didn't post anything for I don't know how many years? Yeah, I was in college. Hello, in 64 dude 2000. Well, it appears to have stopped. So we're gonna we'll go back to full screening that. I mean, oh, and they're back. Never mind. Bro dies, then comes back from the grave, yeah. I don't have, like, moderators, so... I basically just have to... How do I just... Bam... Report. Well, that didn't do anything. Help, I am new to live streaming. What is this kid's main account? I don't know. Alright. What I can do is, on my phone, I can block the user. Like that one has been blocked. Okay, let's see. Oh, I can put him in timeout on my phone even. Perfect. So we don't need to go. I don't need to do that on screen anymore. I don't have to interrupt the full screen. And block. Thank you. Does anyone know who in the Object Show community tends to spam a lot? I understand that, but... Is my character basketball from BFSP? My brother played I feel like I answered this last time. My brother played basketball in BFSP. I was the announcer. I guess so. Alright. I think he got bored. Let's continue. Maybe if you were okay if you had moderators. Yeah, maybe. I don't know that was... Oh yeah, I was the host. Yeah, I wish blocking someone on one account block them on every other account, but it doesn't appear to. That was the wrong Hog Champ. Yeah, let's not use the word gay in that context, but yeah, the spamming is getting pretty annoying. I am doing my best to take care of it. How did I let Carrie Cage animate the scene from BFSP 30? What happened was, I was getting a little panicked on finishing it on time, and, I had a co-animator not finish their scene on time, and, I admittedly made a call-out video, which was not cool of me. And I should not have done that. But the aftermath was Carrie offering me to help. I had several co-animators, and I managed to publish it 10 minutes late. And then after that, the video got after that the video was claimed for music, so I had to go in and adjust it, and ultimately I had to re-upload it anyway, so it wound up being even later. So this user that just spammed has 10,000 subscribers, so I'm starting to wonder if Kevin A. Palafia is their main account, or if their subscribers are just botted. Yeah, I'm not used to having... I've never done moderators before. They get almost no views, so it's either botted or most subs are little kids. And that's probably botted. Anyway. If chat gets overwhelming for people, just focus on the time lapse. I can focus on taking care of it, and I'm still gonna answer questions. As you can see here, it looks like I have finished up the 3D. So we can see that in motion now. Look at that. Wee. Thank you. Yeah, that was... It was actually a lot easier to put together than I thought. I thought that was going to take a lot longer, but it only took me like an hour to an hour and a half. Can you make fan art? Of course you can. Lag. Most live streams tend to lag behind up to a minute. You like Profiley? Sure. I didn't really understand his addition to the show, but it's fine. Hello, Rokai. Rokai, I hope you weren't... I know Rokai has at least one alt account, so I hope you weren't the one spamming. Sorry, were you? Because I know you're also Muscle Legs 89. Your alter ego. So you were the one spamming then, huh? If you were the one spamming, please don't do that again. I will give you this one single warning. If you hop into my chat again and start using a bunch of start spamming with a bunch of alt accounts, then I'm gonna have to ban you. What am I doing on the screen? Oh, that was just my actual folder. Okay, well, that should be the end of the spam. Alright, so we've moved on to the next part of what I worked on. This shot that I'm setting up here is, it's a lot. Basically what I'm doing is I'm setting up the spaceship in After Effects, mainly because it has better tweening than Animate does, as will be noted later on. But I need to set up every single contestant inside of a spaceship for the purposes of doing a shot later on. And so that's what the next set of time lapses are for. Not exactly the most exciting thing, but I worked on it, so it is thusly in the time lapse. Takes a long time to edit. It certainly does. Would it be rude of you to tell everyone to watch your object show? I mean, I'm not gonna tell you not to advertise. That's fine by me. You don't usually spam here. I would recommend just not spamming in general, but definitely don't do it here. That's not welcomed. What does that description mean? That is the list of, or that's the order that people need to be in the spaceships. So basically, from the bottom of the list, it's Evil Leafy, and from the top of the list, it's everyone to the left of Evil Leafy. The shot that I'm setting up is, once I get everyone to the spaceships, I'm gonna move all the spaceships side by side by side, and after that, you know, give them their zero gravity movement, and then using the After Effects virtual camera, it's gonna quickly fly through. Oh, the video description? I don't know. I just write something in like 10 seconds for each stream. Don't worry about that. I thought you stopped working on the remake of the show in 2018. Well, yes, I did. However, that was because I was in college. Now that I'm not in college, I'm back to working on it. I make a recommended character for BFSP. You can when Remake 2 comes out. Since there isn't voting, you can use the quote-unquote voting period to recommend characters. Have you heard about Russian object shows? I don't watch object shows, personally, anymore. I watch BFDI and I make BFSP, that's really it. Can't wait to see Remake 2. Yeah, it'll be out hopefully in the next month. It really depends on how long it takes me to finish up Scene 6, and Scene 6 is a bit more difficult of a scene to put together. Your system crashed, but you got antivirus? Very good. This stream is brought to you by Nord Antivirus. I don't know any antiviruses. I'm sorry. I'm gonna move on to the next song because that song never ends. You ever get overwhelmed that you haven't finished Remake 2 in Results 30? No, in fact, I feel great. I feel very relaxed all the time. I think the older that you get, the less worried you are about object show releases. They come out when they come out, and you like that, and you're fine with that. I heard there were lots of slurs and they were hidden. I don't know if that was... I don't know what you're referring to. It's NordVPN. I was thinking of a different antivirus. Avast antivirus. How did Cheez-It join VFSP? Episode 18? Well, episode 17. Results 17 announced a recommended character contest. So, like 50 people joined, we whittled it down to 30 people, they were up for vote, and Cheese, It, and Cake tied for first, and since I figured I can justify 2 people joining during the second debut contest, I allowed them both to join, so I didn't have to do a tiebreaker. 18 was the debut, not 17, you're right. 18 was the debut, 19 was the contest to whittle it down to 30 people for the vote, and 20 was when Cheez-It and Cake joined. Okay, looks like well, I haven't finished that shot yet, so... that I was describing earlier, so I'll have to go back and finish that up. Now we're back to character animation. This is Grassy. He has lots of fun animation. Oh wait, no. I lied. We're still on the spaceship thing. Afterwards, we have Grassy animation. Speaking of, did you receive a comment from some kid named Nathan claiming that someone was stealing your BFSP content? I don't read the comments, so I have not received that. What is Grassy doing? We'll get to that in the Grassy got the most votes in Teapot 3. To be saved doesn't surprise me. He's a wonderful little dude. I don't read the comments, but every few months I do check my the YouTube Studio thing for there is a feature in the YouTube Studio app for stolen content, and I did see 3 re-uploads of Remake 1 and the Results 30 preview and the Remake 2 preview. So I did have those taken down. No, I did not see any comments about stolen BFSP content. Have you heard about the fan sequels for BFSP? I've seen a couple. I know my friend Retro, who's no longer in the Object Show community, he made one called Battle for Space Palace Again. It only lasted around 10 challenges before he decided to do something else. And I helped voice act in it. Aside from that, haven't seen a whole lot. Oh yeah, I got lazy here and I just got a PNG of Bommy instead of remaking the pose, which is ironic because I totally have the pose remade already, but because I woke up one day, checked my notifications, this Nathan kid commented on one of my videos saying I was ripping on BFSP and that he would report you to... Well, unless you're straight up re-uploading my videos, you can make your own version of BFSP, that's fine. I'm not gonna... Tell him you're good. Tell him you got my approval. The only time I take down videos that are BFSP related are straight up re-uploads of my content. Bomb from Inanimate Insanity. I forgot there was a bomb character in Inanimate Insanity. I don't think they use that character at all anymore. He may have been viewed as a little insensitive. It was just another BFDI camp? Well, I didn't invent BFDI camps, so... I thought I cut out all my browsing stuff, so... Oops, I missed one. Ignore my internet browsing history. You're going to bed? Well, have a good night, Bryson Plays. Would Fiery commit arson? I believe he has committed arson on BFDI. On more than one occasion. Does Bommy eat bananas and cake every single time in BFSP? I heard he doesn't do that in Teapot. Well, that's because Black Hole owes him a banana. So he hasn't been able to do so. He hasn't been given a banana yet, as far as I can remember. Or maybe he did. I don't recall. I just think it's a funny visual, and I've never understood why he's always had a big cake and banana in his hands, but I like to keep that aspect. It's amusing. He will never eat them, he'll just hold on to them. It's his, like, it's comfort food. It's it's like Lionel's blanket on Charlie Brown. He needs it to stay safe. Are BFSP and BFDI in different universes or before BFDI? Consider BFSP an alternate universe that begins right after BFDI 18 and lasts through BFDIA, but like in an alternate timeline where they are competing separately. But BFDIA still happens. And in this universe, they do not get random redesigns in IDFB. And the voices obviously are not reflective of IDFB and BFB because they were not made yet. Those weren't established yet. I've met lots of people in the community who say basketball is trans. Okay. Is that confirmed on the show, or just implied, or... Because as far as I know, the only characters who have, like, gender identity differences that are akin to being trans would be, like, 4 and 2, who don't have gender, like, at all, and Winner and Price Tag, who are both non-binary. Everyone else I don't recall. I think everyone else is cisgendered. Tommy doesn't eat cake anymore because he's on a team with a cake. Ah, very fair. I kinda see it because he was a boy in season 1 and 2. I do recall him being male in season 1 and 2. I don't recall if gender of the character changed for BFB, but all the same. Yeah, the spamming stopped because I identified who was spamming and they said they would stop. It's someone who I've had very minor issues with in chat before, but they said they would stop, so I'm gonna take their word for it. Leave it at that. If BFSP is an alternate universe that lasts from BFJ 18 to IDFB, does that mean the real life dates aren't concurrent with BFSP afterwards? Because if they were, that technically mean that Taco and Clock are still waiting. See, I thought about... So, I've toyed around with the idea of rewriting the opening to Results 30, mainly because I kind of want to drop the My Little Pony joke, because A, I don't even watch My Little Pony, it was just a reference because Michael and Carrie are bronies, or at least were during that iteration of My Little Pony's run, whatever, that generation. I've thought about rewriting it, and I've thought about, at the end of the opening, just putting a banner that just says, "Sorry for the wait," to really imply that they're still waiting. Ultimately, BFDI or BFSP isn't canon, so it's not like a huge deal, you know. But I just think that would be kind of funny. Would Tony from Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared and Clock from BFB become friends? Sure. Which one's Tony again? Is Tony one of the little puppet kids from the Family episode? Do it would be funny? I think so. Have you seen any Bluey episodes? I have not watched Bluey. But I have seen plenty of memes about adults watching Bluey. It's become the new kids show for adults to watch. Except this one's more accepted. Because it's not inherently girly, I guess. Tony is the clock man? Oh, I didn't realize he had a name. I thought he was just the clock. Yeah, they could be friends. I feel like Clock would probably be found in a grave if you were friends with the clock man, but that's okay. Yeah, I probably will rewrite that. I've thought about rewriting that, and I thought about re-recording the audio to be higher quality. Just doing my absolute best to, like, record it so I don't have to re-animate scenes and just have higher quality audio. But that's, if I do that, that's gonna be after I finish Remake 2, so it doesn't play things. You don't think you should re-record the entire audio? I would kind of have to. Because if I don't, then you're gonna notice that some of it is pretty clean audio and other stuff is not. Okay, now we're moving on to Grassy's character animation from scene 7. When did you start using After Effects? I learned After Effects in college. 2018-ish. It is great. I love After Effects. Most of that behind the scenes video I made, done like entirely in After Effects. Now After Effects lags like 10 times more than even Adobe Animate does. So that's like its one flaw, but I love After Effects otherwise. I think you should keep what you have. If the difference is notable, you should add in some sort of fourth wall joke about it. Maybe. Let's see. Hello, Grassy. Welcome back, Smash Rocket. You're just in time for me to animate Grassy. Starting with the facial animation. So, I don't know if I've ever pointed this out before. This is my actual mouse cursor right here. I'm pretty sure it's on screen. This is scene 1, and then we have Grassy, and then face Grassy. So all of his face stuff is in one, like, symbol. And then that symbol is inside the Grassy symbol. So after I animate all of the face, I can move the face entirely independently of itself without having to move all the different limbs one at a time. You don't have a drawing pad? I do have a drawing pad. Fun fact, my computer monitor is a drawing pad. It is a Huion 22-inch screen. That wasn't done with a mouse. I did draw those. I did draw those little lines with a pen. I just tapped the mic with. If I had, I do intend to either get a webcam for the corner of the screen where the contestants sit on my my stream layout. Either that, or I might try and make a 2D YouTuber, not an anime one, but like one that looks like my avatar, my profile picture. But if I do get, if I did have a webcam, I could show you that my monitor is a drawing tablet. Yeah, mine's a 22-inch. When I went up to a 22-inch, I could not go back to a 13-inch, but at the same time, like, I totally could now, because I drew with a 22-inch, or with a 13-inch at my brother's place, because he wanted me to draw the thumbnail for his Nintendo Direct React video. And, you know, drawing small things on a smaller tablet is a lot better than drawing small things on a big tablet. Got it for 40. That is very cheap. That is kind of a steal. I got this 22-inch for, I think, 900, but that was like almost half off even, because I got it refurbished on Newegg. Yours isn't the entire monitor. Yours isn't even touchscreen. Oh, yours is like a bamboo. The way call them bamboo. Those are good for starting out. So still alive. Very good. Good job. Your monitor makes up for it. I am getting a second monitor, finally. My computer monitor for the last few years has been just the drawing tablet, which, you know, 22-inch screen, but it is not at all HD. It's good for drawing, not for, like, anything else. So I'll finally have a second monitor that is actually of quality. Coming in the mail this week, actually. Yeah, keep using... Don't upgrade until A, you can afford to, and B, you're ready to. Because once you move up to a bigger screen, you're not going to want to go back to your old setup. Make digital art on your Samsung phone? Hell yeah. Been thinking about buying an iPad, but I've been thinking about that for like a year now, so who knows when I'm actually going to do it. But I would love to get an iPad so I can just draw wherever, as opposed to just being confined to my desk. But also I want to give Procreate a try. That or Clip Studio Paint. I do own Clip Studio Paint, but I also understand that Clip Studio Paint is going subscription based. I don't know if they've already done so or not. I heard about that months ago. I hope they don't. Because it's a good drawing program. But, you know. Yeah, I need the drawing tablet, not only just for general drawing, but I'm an audition right now, animation audition, and it's frame by frame, so if I didn't have a drawing monitor, it's much more. I wasn't going to just turn the mouth upside down, I was going to remake the asset, but flip the position of the tongue. I wasn't gonna pull an Inanimate Insanity 1 and just have the smiling mouth upside down. I ultimately decided to just make a mouth. It only takes like 30 seconds to do. What was the thought process behind your YouTube name? Iteration 1, Waluigi Freak 789. I liked Waluigi. This was before he was a meme. When he became a meme, I decided this is kind of cringe, so I changed it to Ni Hao Gai Lan, which was a nickname I had in high school and middle school, because Ni Hao Gai Lan, or Ni Hao Kai Lan on Nick Jr. was running, and since my name rhymes, people would call me Ni Hao Gai Lan. It used to bother me, but then I played into it, and I made my channel name when Google Plus became integrated with YouTube for that time period. It was very dumb. And then a few months ago, I was like, I'm not even Chinese. This wasn't an epiphany I had, I've always thought that. And I've always wanted to just make my name Guylan anyways, but because Google Plus integration, you couldn't just have a first name or just a last name on your YouTube channel, which is so dumb. So if I did change my name to Guylan, it would have to be Guylan period, or period Guylan. But then, when they integrated having a YouTube handle, like a Twitter handle, you know, at Guylan, I was able to change it to just Guylan. So, and Guylan is my God-given birth name, so please do not dox me. I did it myself. And that is the history of my YouTube name. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Congrats on 26K. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm hoping that release of future episodes gets me more subscribers. Who is Grassy talking to? The announcer. When are you going to do a face reveal? I mean, I have in the past. In fact, my face is on past live streams. Anytime I stream at my brother's place, my face is present. If you watch the video, the live stream where we play Mario Kart 8, or the live stream where we react to the Nintendo Direct, I'm the ugly kid with the long blonde hair. Yeah, exactly. No, you're fine. Yeah, you're not stupid. You're all good. I don't often show my face on camera. Not that I am inherently against it. I just... I don't want to buy a webcam for one thing. That's money right there. I don't got a lot of that. Ooh, do. This is a nice emoji. That's right, Cheese Doodles. You made an excellent point. I don't know what about, but you made, you know, just keep up the good work, I guess. That is a good point, yeah. None of us here are stupid. It's all, you know, ignorance is bliss, as they say. So I finished up Grassy's, excuse me, had a burp coming up. I had a what? I don't know. I know you aren't doing it this stream, but are you gonna attempt to finish Pizza Tower next stream? I don't know. I wasn't sure how I was feeling. I figured out how to beat that one level I got stuck on, but I don't know how I'm feeling about Pizza Tower. I think what I intend to do, because I got a capture card, so we can do switch games starting next stream. I think what I want to do is a 16-star run, not a speed run, just a casual run of Super Mario 64. What is Pizza Tower? It is a funny, wacky game. You don't have homework during a stream. Hello, Material Melee Official. Welcome to the stream. But yeah, and yeah, I don't play a whole lot of Steam games to begin with, so in that regard, not that the platform super matters, but I'm just more used to playing Nintendo games and it being a non-Nintendo game. I don't know. We might give Pizza Tower a shot in the future, but not next stream. Anyway, I finished Grassy's face animations. I'm doing his arms now. Tried making a new arm line tool asset, but wasn't working out the way I wanted it to, so I'm using the tried and true method of meticulously animating the hands separate. GTA 5, I am not super familiar with GTA 5. I did not grow up with Grand Theft Auto. My parents would not allow that. GTA 6 is in development. That's all the news we've had for like a year or so. Like the new seasons of TDI. Oh yeah. Forgot that TDI was getting new seasons. I hope they're good. They probably won't be. Haven't been good since World Tour. What's the music playing? This is from Animal Crossing. Specifically, it is 1 PM. One of the Animal Crossing games. leaf. Sounds like new. You're welcome. Thank you for asking. I spent way too much time trying to animate this little segment here. Pin his hands onto his arms now. You know, in the long run, this ended up being the right thing to do because afterwards I make his hands kind of shake back and forth like, oh no, no, no. And so if I did use the line tool, then it wouldn't work the way I wanted it to. I egged him. Cake or cupcake? Cake. I do like cupcakes. Actually, I'm not a huge fan of, like, cake, the food. I like cheesecake. Like, key lime pie. I like goo cake. And goo pie. Are there more circles or squares in the world? I think there are more squares. You don't like cheesecake? Well, dang. I guess we can't be friends, but that's okay. JK. We can be pals. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there are more circles in the world, I don't know. Most rocks are, more polygonal. But I don't know. I'm just a boy. I don't know things. You threw up 4 times because you ate cheese. Well, cheesecake isn't like Gouda or cheddar, it's like cream cheese, but are country borders considered shapes? They're very fun shapes, yes. They are, I don't remember what the word is for... We'll just call them N-gons. As a cheese doodle fan, you're offended. Also, I am no longer AFK. Welcome back. Didn't you say there'd be a new camp at some point? Yes. My intention is to finish the big projects that have long since been on hiatus on the channel. And then as I continue the remake with volunteers, you know, I will use that time to start developing the next camp. And that next camp will probably also require co-animators as well, and will probably be more animated than even the remake, which probably will mean that I'll probably have to animate it closer to like BFB style. It's okay. You love geography, I never would have guessed. Egg Tim's friend also loves geometry. Egg Tim loves Russians. Russians are pretty cool. I listen to a couple Russian bands. How many countries have I been to? I've only been to Mexico. I went to Mexico in 2021. I have flown over Canada, because last year I went to Alaska to visit family. Will you need help with needing animators in future episodes of the remake? Yes. I intend to... I'm gonna do a trial run with results 30, and if that goes well, then I'll have co-animators for the remake. Starting with Remake 3. What I'll probably do is, once again, I'll just have like a call to action video being like, I'm looking for co-animators. If you want to help, show me what you got. I think I'll also, in line with that, have a live demonstration or a more edited together demonstration of how I animate BFSP. That is both live demonstration and possibly also a mixture of that and time lapses. It'll be something down the road though. Nothing that I'm considering right now. What if AI Nickel was voiced by Animation Epic in the remake once he joins? That would be cool. I don't think he'd be interested. If he is, great. But something tells me he's probably not willing to do that. And I'm not going to use AI to replicate his voice either. What if the add a letter in the alphabet? What? I don't know what that question means. You like the Earthbound series? I like the music. This is from Smash Brothers. I've played the first Earthbound, or Mother 1 on the NES. I played it on emulator at like 16 times speed because that game runs very, very slowly. It's not even lag from the emulator. It's just a very slow-paced game. I had fun with it. I think I only got like halfway through it, maybe a little more than half. I'm not sure how long that game is. I have not played Earthbound or Mother 3 yet, though. Okay, see you later, Egg Tim. Or no, Diego said goodnight. Has Robati ever died in BFB? I think once? Yeah, I got confused, Tim. You're the creator of BFSP. I guarantee that as soon as you release results 30, it'll be a big deal. I just hope people understand the weird references, because it will not surprise me if people who have never watched the full camp, because there are episodes of the camp that only have like 10,000 views, so it will not surprise me if people who have like no idea what the camp is just jump into the finale and are very confused that there is a Waluigi character and Shoop de Whoop in it. And they're just gonna have to accept that because, you know, a lot of people who watch BFSP years later are still hanging around. When you ask for assistance, people will definitely lend a hand. You do have to go soon. That's okay. How far are we into this time lapse? We got like a whole hour left. This gives them a reason to watch it. Yeah? You want to understand why these weird characters are in BFSP, you're gonna have to watch the camp. I'm so sorry, it's pretty cringe sometimes. Good luck. I've watched just about all the episodes. So have I. Unfortunately. Are you not done with Remake 2? Well, no. You see, animation takes a long time. I don't know if you've caught on yet. This 2-hour time lapse is about 9 hours worth of animation. Of me animating. Let me clarify, this is not a 9-hour animation, that would be insane. All the food contestants of BFP, who looks the most tasty? I do like me some french fries, so I'm gonna have to go with fries. Okay, so my friend, but a thing, his shirt and he said, "I am Pringle Nut." I don't understand what that means, but okay. This isn't another thing where I read something that sounds dirty, is it? How many scenes left in Remake 2, and also results 30? Fries are disgusting, you're right. They are over a year old. That's okay. There's half a scene left for Remake 2. Granted, I do need to go back and touch up most of the scenes afterwards, but I'm planning to do that in like 1 or 2 sittings. So, like, truthfully, there's only like half a scene left. As for results 30, there will be like 3 scenes left, I think. I'd have to double check. Some scenes do need touching up, and I'm redoing the first scene. I'm rewriting it. I think you joined after results 29. Results 29 was quite the episode. What BFB contestant do you think deserves a plushie? I don't collect the plushies. I think I mentioned this once before. The only plushie I own is the Fiery plushie. Back when it was the only plushie, I've not gone and bought in any of the other ones. I would consider buying a blocky plushie. I'd like. How about a grassy plushie? Those are the ones. You start the stream early, I will donate if you want. You meant watching. Yeah, I figured you were watching, not. You don't need to donate to me. That's okay. I have only ever received one super chat. That was like 4 years ago, and it was appreciated. But I don't need super chat money. You're okay. You think Saw or Flower deserve a plush? Oh, you don't feel bad. That's all good. I am not offended. Saw's overrated. Saw loves to say 8. You donate, but you broke. You don't need to donate. Nobody needs to donate. It's all good. We're just here to have fun. Are you done with BFSP Remake 2? No, not yet. Takes a long time. I think Saw's going to stay in Teapot 3. I don't think anyone was clamoring for her to go. Or for him to go, I don't remember. Them. Let's use them. You were watching BFDI, then you got teleported to the stream. It's crazy. I don't know what V-Bucks are, but okay. He's a Goral? Ah. Saw's 8 joke was funny solely in BFB. The fact that they've stretched it all the way to Teapot was massively unfunny, and she's just become a running gag. No, I'm not done with Remake 2. That's why we're watching a time-lapse of me working on it still. And we'll continue to for the next few streams. You like the version of recommended characters in BFSP better, or BFB's version of them? I do like the redesigns. I don't fully understand why there were redesigns. They never really explained that. It was just kind of a thing that happened and it was never acknowledged. Like, all these characters went into the locker of losers and came out completely different designs. How does that work? Make it make sense. One of life's many mysteries. You watched my videos? Well, thank you, Rystar the Shooting Star. Or the personalities and such. Oh, well. Yeah, I don't really have a preference. The personalities in BFB are a combination of my own made-up shenanigans and, you know, interactions between the contestants during the camp's run. So it's don't have much of an opinion there. Have you seen one? I don't know what that means. People in the locker of losers are insane. Probably. It's funny from the BFDI perspective, from real life perspective, you assume they just want to make their designs look better. That's probably the reason why. Not that I think there was anything inherently wrong with most of the designs, but there's an object show called one. I don't watch object shows. I just watch BFDI. I'm 25. I am beyond the age of watching object shows. I don't even watch Anime Insanity anymore. Alien BFSP and BFB are completely different. That is very true. Ailey's personality was entirely based on Sassy Pen. Rigging the votes. The old designs looked good. I wasn't a fan of the new designs at first, but they grew on me as BFB went by. Yeah. Kinda how I felt. I'm never going to use those designs in BFSP because those designs came after BFSP's run. But oh, ignore the corner. I didn't need to worry about audio cues anymore, so I put on a YouTube video. I probably should have, like, put a filter over that. It's just Oni Plays, it's fine. Have a good night, Egg Tim. Not many contestants needed redesigns other than Eggy. Yeah. Eggy's design was a little hurriedly put together. Have you been in touch with BFSP campers such as D and Ed? Not recently, no. A lot of us are much older now, so. What if the BFA contestants had nationalities based on where their real-life counterparts were invented? That'd be interesting. I don't know. Some designs didn't need redesigns, others just needed them. Buy a barf bag, etc. Some were better than others. And I went through and I redesigned the characters in BFSP based off their old designs, but cleaning them up. And some of them are the BFB designs just using the old color schemes. The old designs. It's BFB dubbed in other languages. There are fan dubs of BFDI and BFB. Like, Yin Yang's voice actor from Inanimate Insanity did a full dub of BFDI in Italian, I recall that. Ailey was supposed to be male and grumpy in BFB, but they needed a balanced gender ratio? Ah, I see. Very cool. Are you going insane? I don't, are you? I can't answer that. That's for something you gotta figure out. Right now on screen, I am just staging the characters into their approximate positions in preparation for giving them their zero gravity floaty space movement. I've completed the character animation for these 4 characters. These 4 characters take up the majority of scene 7, so I went ahead and put them in position. Teapot character genders were leaked by Pokey, but apparently no one had confirmed the legitimacy of that screenshot, even Pokey themselves, so genders are still marked as unlisted. And that's why I think it's perfectly fine to just use they for all of them, personally. I believe Carrie Cage has been BFSP, as I think he animated one scene. I think Jack and Jill if he based any of the characters on the BFSP counterparts. I don't necessarily think so. I think the closest comparison you could make between the BFSP and BFB counterparts is that, especially during the early episodes of BFB, Basketball and Grassy were buddy-buddy with each other. They had a similar relationship, just not one built around being cheaters, but rather just, you know, genuine friendship. That's the only comparison I could draw. And I think it's probably just a coincidence. I don't think that was actually meant to be a callback to BFSP at all, because BFSP is A, not canon, and B, I don't want to lay any sort of claim that anything from BFSP had ever influenced anything on BFDI, because that's actually the case. Harry has seen BFSP, because he did animate a scene. He also subscribed to the channel. Have I played BFDIA 5B? Yes. I don't think it's on my channel anymore, but I did have a Let's Play of it. I got through level 30, I believe. Then I stopped the Let's Play, because I wanted to wait for the game to get finished, and then it never did. Yeah, I remember BFSPA. We were talking about that earlier. I voice acted a little bit for it. I, in particular, remember the Lofty challenge, balloon challenge. On BFB and BFSP are similar. Their voices are certainly similar. How many parts of animating left? There's half a scene left. Once I finish scene 7, there's the second half of scene 6. That's all that's left for Remake 2. The second half of scene 6 is kind of a more complicated scene, so it'll take me a little while longer to finish it. But of course, I'll be recording all of my animation, as I have been doing, and we'll have that on future time lapses on stream. I remember Remote from Object Universe hosting for a few episodes. Hi, ice cream lover. Have a good night, Smash Rocket. Are you making more videos? I am. You're insolent. I see. Very cool. Whatever happened to Retro, by the way? Last time I saw them, they were active like 3 years ago. I don't know. The last time I was in contact with Retro was when I helped collaborate a little bit on Battle for Magic City again. So I was a co-host for one episode and half of another episode. And that was back in 2017. I haven't really seen Retro much at all since 2017. I'm assuming they don't associate with the Object Show community anymore. I'm sure they're off doing their own thing. Whatever that is, good for them, and I hope they're well. I'm unsure if you're aware of this, but Gatling Groink made a return to the community, and they're one of the most popular creators right now. Oh, awesome. I remember Battle for Groink Island. I joined it. I took over a Racers user for one challenge, and then they disappeared. So, glad they're back. Have you met the creators of BFSP? No. I've never met them in person. I've interacted with them online only. And then obviously with Carrie, I emailed back and forth with him during Challenge 30. I gave him the most complicated scene, and he got it done in like 2 days and did not complain, so I am very grateful for that, because I should not have seen. Should have given him something, but he did it, and he did it without complaining. So, thanks, Kiri. The man who created animate battle? I don't know what that is. You ever find it weird that many people on the internet just disappear? Well, they don't disappear, they just... Maybe... For all I know, Retro made another social media account under a different alias and just doesn't interact with the Object Show community. That's what I'm assuming happened. I don't think anyone just outright disappears from the internet. They just become quieter community members. I imagine they just go off and do their own thing. I remember watching you when you were younger, but you stopped. Well, I went to college, so I couldn't really upload. I feel like I answered that like 3 times every stream. That's okay. People ship BFDI characters. Yeah, I don't like that they. I don't support. I'm not like outright against shipping, but I don't. It's just weird to do it with Object Show characters. What time is it for you? I don't know, 10:15. People do move on. I mean, I'm only still a part of the Object Show community to watch BFDI and work on BFSP. That's really it. I don't watch any other object games. What's your favorite game? I'm a Mario Kart baby. Play a lot of Mario Kart. Mario games in general. I like Nintendo. 10:15 for you too? Yeah, you live in the central time zone. Very nice. What is the worst Nintendo console? Probably the Virtual Boy. Anyone liked it? BFDI your favorite show? No. Not my favorite show, but I do like it, and I still follow it after 13 years. 12 years technically for me. I started watching it in 2011. You think BFDI deserves color-changing characters? Personally, I would prefer more originally designed characters, but they do have a couple recolored characters. Oh, hey, the music's glitched out. Let's go to the next song. Alright. That was cool. I mean, there are a couple recolored BFGI characters, like Nickel and Coiny are technically recolors of one another. Evil Leafy and Leafy are, but Evil Leafy has a cool face. Yeah. Have you ever heard of something called After BFGI, in which Fire and Leafy are married and Leafy is pregnant? Well, I don't like that. I don't think object show characters need to be depicted as being pregnant. That's really weird. Drek appears in the final part of it. Well, then, was this made because someone had a weird fetish for object shows, or were they just being a little memester? What's your favorite season at BFDI? The original season. I think if BFDIA continued, that probably would have been my favorite season. It was a little off the walls, but it was also very unique in its presentation. I think the lack of a host for the most part made things more fun. That the characters were just kind of competing amongst themselves without really the influence of a host. Like, I know TV and Puffball announcer and Fiery's announcer, you know, were kind of hosts, but... Who's your favorite BFGI character? I've always been a fan of Blocky, since even the early since, you know, that's... since always. I also like Bottle and Lollipop from the newer characters. Least favorite character is Fiery, right? He certainly was one of my lesser favorite characters during the early days. I've never super cared for him. I think the only reason people liked him was because he had a animated body. He definitely had that protagonist personality going for him. Evil Leafy is goofy. I think my least favorite character is Pencil. I've just always found her to be very obnoxious. What if some object shows aired on TV, like on Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network? Well, it would be a much bigger audience. I don't know how you would go about voting. I guess you could just tell them to log online to, like, a poll. You're AFK again? Well, welcome back. We're at the final time lapse. Just setting up some miscellaneous segments of Scene 7. You think it was serious? Shrek was supposed to be a regular ogre monster. That's really gross. I mentioned this in a previous stream, but there should be no romance of any kind with object show characters is really gross. Shouldn't do it. They're animate objects. You don't need them any sort of sexual scenarios. I don't even like it when object show characters kiss. But I also don't really care for cartoon characters kissing in general, so maybe I'm a little biased there, but they especially should not be doing any sort of fetish anything. Just no. You watch Inanimate Insanity? I watched Inanimate Insanity up until like episode 13 of season 2. I've not watched it since then. I think I did watch episode 1, maybe 2 and 3 of season 3. out of curiosity, but I have not kept up with the show either. I'm sure it's fine, I just am not super interested. Okay. Even the creator made art, Leafy Bubble and Flower and Fancy Dress, and they were... If you want to make human versions of the characters, that's not uncommon. There's nothing wrong with doing that. I still find it a little weird if you make those humanized versions of the characters for the intent purpose of putting them in romantic scenarios. I don't think you need to do that, but if you wanna... If you want to make humanized versions of the characters, like people do that all the time, there's nothing wrong with that. Hello, Muscle Legs 89. What is this Brady Bunch looking grid? The colors behind them represent what team they're on. These are the 15 people who did not participate. They didn't do the challenge. In this scene, in this shot here, the announcer yeets them into a spaceship so they can participate. Imagine if Spiky Merver joined in Anime Insanity instead of Apple. I believe Justin, if I recall correctly, Justin Chapman wanted him to join. I think. They were all kind of... It was kind of a toss-up between Apple, Teddy Bear, and Spiky Merver, and Apple won out in the end. I believe it's why they got 3rd, 2nd, and 1st place in that join contest from that episode, if I recall correctly. They still have their objects for their heads. Well, that's... you know... What was the join contest? And if it was a vote, then what was the purpose if they were going to choose who they wanted to join? It was a paintball contest, I think? I don't fully remember. Paintball or lasers or something. This was back in like 2011 or 2012. Watched season 1 of an Anime Insanity in like 10 years, so... Who was better, David or Dora? I prefer Dora. Paintball gun contest where Teddy Bear owned everyone until Apple defeated. That is correct. It was not a vote contest. I feel like if it was a vote contest, then Teddy Bear probably would have won. It was a paintball contest, but I thought there was a vote for what recommended. I think in episode 5.5 they asked who people wanted to join, but creators ultimately had final say. This is the last time you're making a live stream for BFSP 2. No. I think probably be at like 2 or 3 more. It's basically until I finish the episode. So, yeah. Now you could argue that Apple, quote-unquote, magically won. What was the point of asking the viewers? I don't recall if they actually did. I think they did. Like, who do you hope wins, is gonna join? But yeah, they still had final say. I think Apple joined because Adam wanted Apple to. But Spiky Merbert's character is basically just Yin Yang, and Yin Yang joined later on. So, you know, not that Spiky Merbert was actually depicted the way I recommended him. He was just kind of depicted as a weirdly breathing, brainless homunculus, but whatever, it's fine. You didn't really watch season 1 of II, I mainly watched seasons 2 and 3. Well, season 1 of II is, like, unwatchable. It's really bad. Both of these projects should come out this year, right? Remake 2 and Results 30? That's my goal! Remake 2, definitely. Results 30? Hopefully. I think so. I think it's more than plausible. Teddy Bear joined, she would have been eliminated next episode. I agree. Who won BFSP? Winner. And loser lost BFSP. I think it's pretty self-evident what I'm doing right now in the time lapse, but in case you're wondering, placing the old BFSP bodies with the signs. Remake 2. Can you make fan art? Yes, you can, absolutely. Anyone is allowed to make fan art. You can send your fan art to me and I can show it off in a future live stream. How's that? I was sent a fan animation that I meant to show off tonight. Maybe we can still watch it. Switch the symbols then? I don't know what that means. Crazy how it's still running. I mean, it's not really running, it's just we're awaiting the last episode still. Life happens. Balance 30 came out nearly 10 years ago, which is wild. Oh, switch the symbols. No, see, you would think that would be a good solution, but they're not sized exactly the same. I tried doing that in the past, and they'd either be way too big or way too small, and I'd have to resize them anyway. I'm doing it this way for a reason. Also, this is a time lapse, so this has already been done. But I can't just go back and alter it. This is the process I did. Has anyone never wanted fan art? I don't know. I don't know why anyone would say no to fan art. By all means, if you want to make fan art, go for it. I did a fan art contest once. That was me and Retro did that. Have you ever gotten mad at your viewers? Oh gosh, yes. That's why I don't really read comments anymore. There's only so many times I can tolerate having the question, when is the next episode coming out? I remember, and I'm not just talking about like Results 30, I would like release an episode of BFSP and like one of the very first comments would be, when is the next episode? Like, dude, I just released an episode. You're already asking me that. I mean, yeah, I got a little grumpy at Muscle Legs for spamming earlier, but I think he got the message that he shouldn't do that. We all kind of got mad at that guy together. I remember you made 3 pre-episode rants about it, as a matter of fact. 3 episode rants? Oh yeah. I remember what you're talking about. Those will not be in the remake, by the way. Or the remaster, for that matter. Creator of After BFTI did call their old videos. Just these are old and don't like them. Hello, Alex K9. Who did you want to join season 1 of the rejoin? Other than David. Like the debut? Aside from David, because I did vote for David. I don't know. Don't have a whole lot of context for anyone else. I guess Bommy. I may have voted for Bommy otherwise. It would have been a lose-lose situation because both those characters, Michael and Carrie, were incapable of like giving proper voices to, so we would have gone from David saying all seriously all the time to Bommy just squealing all the time, and both of them would have been eliminated in episode 20 anyway. Will Remake 5 be in puppet form? That is my plan. We'll see how that goes. If I decide not to do a puppet form, then I might do a reanimated quote unquote, but I think I might reserve those for the animated special episodes. 17 and 25 specifically, necessarily episode 30. Unless that's what the viewers want. When will the next episode be out? Will ring in my head for the end of time. Yeah, basically. How am I? I'm doing great. Did Bomby explode the TLC? Possibly. Unless it is bomb-proof. Where did my music go? I love this song. It's from Mario Party. Yeah, episode 5 will probably be in puppet form. It will not be just little paper people like the original. I'll make it look more like the opening of BFDI 16. Spell sure is. Oh, that's right, I was using the wrong rocket at this point, so I had to redo this. And I like delete late more than I really need to as well. I really just need to delete as much as what is necessary to make it look like Bells in the Rocket. David Dean with the classic buffering prank. You got a theory about budget cuts in BFTI. They started right around the time Anime Insanity first came out. I theorized that the budget was being used to fund II, therefore causing budget cuts. Ooh. What a theory. I could see that. You can see my mouse cursor being like, ah, I used the wrong rocket. I can't believe I did that. If we meet in real life, would you think we'd be able to be friends? Maybe. Bear in mind, I am probably many years older than you. I am 25. I am probably much older than pretty much everyone in chat. You still use trousers, the blue pants. I mean, I really only use trousers for BFSP. I don't like use them for anything else, but yeah, he's in the remake. Older than you by 10 years. Yeah, precisely. You're 11? Yeah. Yeah, so... probably couldn't be friends with an 11-year-old. Society would view that as a bit of a no-no. Because of the implication, which I will not elaborate on. You'll figure it out when you're older. 16 in 2 weeks. You're about my youngest brother's age. He's 14, be 15, April. 20 years? See, that's about my other brother's age. That's Ian's age, except he's 21. You're also 11. Hey, happy early birthday, everybody. Stupid question, word. In the TLC, the contestants were given bread once a month. The BFSP universe. The characters fed it all? Yeah, they were fed cheeseburgers. We'll go with that. I've never really thought of that. Maybe we can acknowledge that in a future episode. I think episode 3 will have 1 or 2 instances of the inside of the locker of foods. I don't intend to reference it then. It's more so to acknowledge that Eggy and Robati are also not interacting with anything or anyone, much like the contestants during the second half of this episode. Find out. How old are the viewers when they first saw object shows? 5 younger, 6 to 10, 10 or older. I was 13. Did I take a break and forget to cut it out here, Stev? Oh, well, wasn't that long of a break. Will there be a lot equivalent, an LOL equivalent for other recommended characters? Good question. Never considered that. I guess they would have to be. Call it the LOL2. Funny. Fries is technically not a cannibal. He eats fries, but he's a fry box. He would be a cannibal if he ate fry boxes. Ooh. That is fair and valid. You were 6, basically around 3/4 of your life ago. Crazy to think about. As of next year, when I turn 26, or I guess 10 months from now when I turn 26, I was born in November, BFEI will have encompassed half of my life. Using the old assets? Yes. I redesigned them, give them a more updated look, but they are based off the old BFDI assets, yes. I redesigned the character bodies, yeah. Not all of them. Just the ones I felt necessary to. His Clock was with Taco in the finale. Does that mean he rejoined? Clock rejoined in... So... the 4? And yes, he will rejoin in the remake. Remake is the same elimination order. You were 10 right around the time BFDIA 5B came out. I remember the day I first saw BFDI like it was... I also remember. It's like April 5th, 2011. And Adam released a ad for Inanimate Insanity on his other YouTube channel, which I happen to be subscribed to. I was subscribed to Adam's other channel because he used to do channel art for Christian Penza and his YouTube channel. He's the voice actor of Chris McLean on Total Drama Island. So because I subscribed to Chris McLean's voice actor's channel art designer, who happened to make Inanimate Insanity, I was able to come across Inanimate Insanity. And when people back then were accusing him of ripping off BFDI, that's how I came across BFDI. The first episode I saw was BFDI 16. That was the one where everyone was up for elimination, and I voted for Ice Cube because I watched through the full series, noticed she didn't hardly do anything, and wanted her to go. She got 5 votes. I said, Phooey, and I think Blocky got eliminated, which I said double Phooey too because I liked Blocky. Yeah, Duncan Epic. That is Adam's original epic. He also ran it's not a BFDI camp, it was a Total Drama Island camp called Total Drama. I think I used one challenge from the camp. It was it wasn't exactly the same concept. The asteroids and whoever asteroid shot down, which happened to be grassy. It wasn't the exact same challenge in Total. That was the same concept. I don't remember what it was more specifically in Total Drama. Really stupid how I found playing Roblox with this dude. Cody Nutt, that name sounds really familiar. Came up and asked me if I knew who I was. He told me to play his BFDI roleplay server. I did. We hung out there every day for like 2 years. It was insane. Still some videos up of us hanging out. First episode I watched was Lofty. Go get some snacks. Very good. I a donut before the stream. Gonna need to work out tonight. To circumvent the donut that I had before stream. Can you show me how to animate? Because I want to animate my other new. Once I do intend to make a video where I demonstrate how I animate the remake. Using a mixture of live demonstration and time lapse to hopefully explain my own process. That probably won't be for a couple months. That'll mainly be to show people how I animate in case they want to help out with the remake. Do I like Donut the character? I do. I did not want him to be the first one voted on BFDIA. I would have preferred Pin or Corny gone. Glad that he had plenty of screen time, and I thought he was the best character to take over as host when 4 disappeared in BFB. You're welcome. You can definitely lend a hand in helping you out with the remake. Never even noticed how vast my animation skills developed within the course of the last year up till now. Well, cool. Yeah, I feel like most people who want to help with the remake can probably pull it off. It's not like the most complicated animation process in the world. Especially if you know how to do shape tweens and motion tweens and classic tweens and any other kind of tween. And can stay in line with like size proportioning things. And I'm gonna make available a file with all the characters set up the way I have them set up, with their faces already set up and arms already in the right place, to make the process all the more easier. Who's your personal favorite BFSP contestant? I don't really have an opinion there. Back in the day it was Saw, but I don't want to play bias. Practicing with body movement less recently. It's much better than. Oh, good. I think we're getting close to the end. We got about 5 minutes left. After that, the stream will be. That's a birth bag. It sure is. This was. I was animating this very shortly before the stream started. And I had been animating for so long today that animated decided to start breaking itself as I worked on this. Well, that's pretty cool. The tweens weren't working the way they were supposed to. I fix it for those spaceships on screen, but I put together one more thing that I then do a bit of tween animation for, and that also breaks, and I didn't have time to fix it. So the very last thing I worked on was it's a little janky, and I'll need to go back and fix it for next stream. This was 10-hour live stream that you managed to crunch down to 2 hours. Yes. You have ads. I don't do sponsors on my channel. When I do monetize my content, you can see it there. See how Willow's acting a little jank there? I have to go back and fix that. I do monetize my videos, so there are ads probably before, during, after, as my videos play. But I don't monetize or run ads on my live streams until after they're done. There's like maybe another 5 minutes before the stream ends. And you still do the Waluigi composer guy's voice? I mean, it's basically a Doofenshmirtz voice. Hello, it is I! Something like that. Thank you for answering your question. You're welcome. Whew. I am feeling a little tired. Yeah, my goal is to completely finish up Scene 7 for next stream, and then just continue working on finishing up that little sequence I was doing in After Effects, probably for next scene as well, or next stream as well, and I think those are the main two things I'm gonna try and get done. I also need to make billowing smoke for those rotoscoped rockets still. It has long since been put off. Would you rather have Dream Island or Space Palace? Well, Palace in space is cool, but how would you breathe? But at the same time, a palace is... You know, you can live palace, you can't really live on an island. Now, you could try, but good luck. Alright, the very last thing I do before the time lapse. You ever watch Rick and Morty? I watched seasons 1 and 2. I liked those. I did not care for season 3. I never watched season 4 onwards. And now that Justin Roiland's an extra cool dude, I don't think I ever will. Gotta go. We'll see. Have a good night, Ajiana. Space Palace looks legit. I remember you were teasing it. Yeah, I still need to make a proper... Like, I've sketched out a design, but I haven't gone back and made it for real. I'm gonna use Blender to kind of lay out a design there using that sketch. How come Dora voiced in season 1 too has a squeaky voice in BFB? Her voice is different. I have no idea. I don't work for BFBI. There was nothing without him. I don't know how much involvement he had in the later shows, later section of the show, but this is the last thing I worked on before time-lapse finished up. And once again, the Adobe Animate decided to go jank on me and mess up my tweens. So I'll have to go back and fix this. But you kind of get the idea of what I'm doing here. I'm showing off the voting screens. Keep in mind there is not actually voting in the remake, there are just voting screens. You can see they're like moving back and forth. It's especially present on Nickel. And Balloony. And you can see it in the onion skinning there. Well, I don't know why it moved, but I needed to start the stream, so I left it at that. Well, that was about 9 to 10 hours of my animation work, crunched down into 2 hours. Thor and Robot Flower are your favorite characters? Nice. Like I said, I'm not doing games tonight. It is almost 11 o'clock, and I have a pal that I'm visiting tomorrow, so I still want to get this rotoscoping fake 3D. Rotoscoping, so like imagine if you filmed a human in real life, and then after that you took that footage and you traced over them to make a cartoon character. That's basically what Disney did to like animate characters like Cinderella and Alice from Alice in Wonderland. That is what rotoscoping is. Rotoscoping is taking live footage and tracing over it to make 2D animation. Anyways, yes, that is all, folks. I'm going to go do my exercise for the night, as I always exercise at night. I'm going to bed, and I'm going to visit a friend in the morning. So, yeah. That'll do for me. We will see you next time. Hopefully nobody decides to spam the chat next time. Please don't do that. See you all next time. See ya.